So we had earlier discussed our ALFC loop till this point. So this was not closed. Why it was not closed? We had not established the relationship between this power mismatch and frequency deviation. So how this power mismatch will affect this frequency deviation will depend upon whole the power system. So this is what actually, so the modeling of power system is to be required in such a way that its output gives delta Fs and its input of the block of the power system should be power mismatch. Once we have determined that block or transfer function of that block, we will be able to close it. So we will be closing it. So closing the ALFC loop. So after this mathematical exercise, we will be able to close this. Now this power mismatch will go there into the transfer function of the power system GP. This is the transfer function of power system, and output of this power system block will be delta F. Okay, so we will be doing that. So that mathematical exercise will be enabling us to close the ALFC loop. So let us start with this fact. Kinetic energy is equals to kinetic energy at nominal frequency multiplied by F upon F0 square. Why so? Because kinetic energy is what? Kinetic energy is half I or J, whatever we can call it, half I omega square. Okay. And this omega square is directly proportional to frequency square. Okay. So half into J into that proportionality constant, it is for example K. So omega kinetic is directly proportional to frequency square, J is constant, half is constant, and if omega is directly proportional to F. So W kinetic is directly proportional to F square. So W kinetic 0 will be how much? W kinetic 0 means kinetic energy when F is F0, nominal frequency, 60 Hz, or we can say in our country it is 50 Hz. So Kf0 square. So if I divide this and this, I will be getting this equation. W kinetic equals to W kinetic 0 into this F upon F0 whole square. This is one relationship. Now this D, droop, D is termed as droop constant. Droop. This droop is defined as rate of change of load with respect to frequency. So actually the exact mathematical model of the load is quite complicated, but we have assumed that if we increase the frequency, then the load will also increase linearly. It may not increase linearly, it may decrease like this, but for a particular region, we can consider that this is just like a straight line. That linearization we have discussed in our class. Okay. So if it is a linear model, then we can consider that by how much rate the demand will increase if I increase the frequency. Actually, our load is comprising of several types of loads in our whole power system control area. There may be some motors load, there may be some lighting loads, and there are so many types of loads. For example, if we consider lighting loads and heating type of loads, they are independent upon frequency. For example, electrical bulb, the PD is V square upon R. Okay, irrespective of frequency, it will not depend upon frequency. But in case of ceiling fan, in case of induction motors, these loads will depend upon frequency. So let us consider that the dependency is linear and rate of increase of load with respect to frequency is constant. It is given by this D. So linearization can be done for this AVR and ALFC we are considering that they are supposed to perform well whenever we have small changes, and for small changes linearizations are always possible. So if it is so, now we can consider this equation. In this particular equation, what we are having? We are having this total turbine power delta PT. So for example, if we consider that the turbine power is being increased by a value delta PT. Okay, if it is so, then where this increased turbine power be consumed? This turbine power, this increased turbine power will be consumed. Why does the turbine power is increasing? Turbine power is increasing because initially there was somehow, because of some mismatch, there was some deviation in frequency. For example, frequency decreases by some amount because of some mismatch. So as a result of this governor action, now turbine power, now if the frequency decreases, the outcome is, if the frequency decreases, why the frequency decreases? Because the load was increased. And if the load was increased, what is to be done? Turbine power has to be increased. So in order to increase this turbine power, the governor action is required, and the governor action acts in such a way that this turbine power is increased. So where this increased turbine power will go? This increased turbine power will be consumed at various places. Number one, it will be consumed in delta PD, because the load, why the whole this exercise was started? Because load was increased. So increased load, delta PD, it will go there. Delta PD, the load was increased, so that will be supplied by this extra turbine power. Increase in turbine power will go to the increase in the load. But some load, because the load is also frequency dependent. So the load is frequency dependent. What does that mean? It actually means that the load will also be increased further because of this delta F, change in this frequency, the load. So D is the rate of change of load with respect to frequency, and the deviation in frequency is delta F. So this much change is also there. And if some extra turbine power is also there, then it has to be consumed somewhere. So it will increase the speed of the rotating parts. Means kinetic energy will be increased. So this is rate of change of the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy increase means it will be reflected in terms of increase in speed. Speed will be increased. So this kinetic energy is increased. What does that mean? The speed will be increased. Okay. So this is all about this equation. Now, what is the equation for this frequency? This F is nothing but nominal frequency plus delta F, deviation in frequency delta F. So let us substitute this thing here back. So this F can be substituted as F0 plus delta F, and by binomial expansion this can be written as 1 plus delta F upon F0 square. Okay, so if it is so, then expansion is twice of this, and this delta F upon F square, this is a very small quantity. So if it is very small quantity, this 2 will come here, and this will come out to be 1 plus 2 delta F upon F0. Or otherwise what we can do, we can simply differentiate it. Okay, we can simply put these values, original values, and differentiate it. Otherwise this way also we can find out this formula. So after that this will come out to be this much, and if I substitute W kinetic here, this W kinetic here, then it will come out to be this much. Okay, and finally this will come out to be this much.